So you want the best browser, and it's pretty hard to pick. There's so many browsers, isn't it? Now at the end of this video, you'll be able to choose and pick the best browser for your needs. Let's start. So there's this cool little website called privacytests.org. It doesn't have all the browsers, but it's a good start. Now, a lot of people like Brave because it's great for privacy. It's from Chromium and it's pretty fast. Now, recently there's all these new crypto thing and new weird features that people don't kind of like that's been implemented in Brave. You can disable, but that's one thing you need to think about. And the big threes, Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. Edge is made in Chromium, and Chrome is made in Chromium. Chromium is made by Google. And it's open source. That's why Edge and Brave can make browsers based on Chromium. Now, if you want the best browser for security, it's gonna be Tor. But if you know Tor, you already know that. It's the best one for security. It almost has everything here. And we all know Tor is really slow. You don't want to start using Tor on a daily basis. It's way too slow. Molvad, though, is a collaboration between Tor and Molvad VPN. It is a bit faster and it is pretty secure. It's more user friendly. You don't have a lot of options. Molvad browser is not really customizable. It's kind of just install and use. But it does check a lot of marks here. But again, I'd say Molvad is really overkill. Just like Tor browser, it's the privacy kings, but it's overkill. On a day-to-day basis, if you want balance, like the balanced browser between speed, stability, user, I'd go with LibraWolf. LibraWolf is secure. It's updated frequently to the latest versions of Chromium. To the latest version of the Gecko engine, because LibraWolf is a fork of Firefox. With a lot of privacy and security things that have been added, as you can see, if you compare LibraWolf to Firefox, it just destroys Firefox in terms of security. And it doesn't break that much websites. I've used Firefox for a long time, back in the days, about a year ago, and I didn't really find any websites to get broken on me that easily. Maybe once a month I'd get a website that I need to turn something off in the settings. But LibraWolf is a really good balance and has a lot of customizations, and you can install extensions in the Firefox store. It's overall really great. Now, I can't just tell you download or LibraWolf, because you want more, and there is more. That's LibraWolf. There's Thorium. Now, what is Thorium? Thorium is the fastest browser on earth. I didn't even need to think about it. It's written right over here. It's not an understatement, an overstatement. It's the truth. It's the fastest browser there is out there. It's available for Windows 7, Windows, Linux, macOS, everything. But usually you'd go to this website and you'd click Windows here. This is deprecated. You click Windows here, and you'd get the latest release. It gets updated pretty fast. I'd say it's always one version behind the stable release of Chrome. So right now Chrome is stable release 123, and here it's 122. It's always gonna be like one version behind. Takes a long time. And the dev channel here for Chrome is 125, and the beta channel is 124. But we don't really care about dev and beta channels because overall it's just unstable, and we don't want we want privacy, security, and just stableness. On a dev build, on a canary build, and you're prone to have security risks that haven't been found yet, and you're vulnerable. I don't really see a point to, except if there's really a new feature that's really cool that you can't wait to try out. But you'd have to give up on Thorium and go with loser Chrome. Okay, so there's 3 versions of Chromium, Thorium here, you'd see. And it's a bit confusing at first, but I want you to download Hardware Info 64 or CPU Z. So I'll open both. Okay. So here in Hardware Info, oh god. You can see that I support AVX2, AVX, and SSE3. Now you can download CPU-Z, it's gonna tell you the same thing too here. Now if you support AVX2, which started from Intel 4th gen, then just download the AVX2 version. Else, if you support AVX but not AVX2, you download the AVX version, and if you don't support either, you download the SSE3 version. And if you don't have SSE3, then you don't use Thorium and you have a really, really, really old CPU. And I'm sorry, I feel sorry for you. There's 2 versions. There's the portable version and there's the installer. I like the portable one. So you just have a zip. You would extract the zip somewhere. And you'd have this. Now, I like to do a little of debloating for Thorium because there's the .bat version here that just opens the exe here. But there's the shell version, which I don't really like that much. It's overall like a really lightweight version of it, but I don't really like it. So, and it takes a lot of space too, 167 megabytes. So my little debloat here is to delete the icon in the exe here, go to locals, delete everything but the English US package, and delete the shell bat here. So I'd have my version of Thorium here. Awesome. Now all your user data is gonna be in this folder, so you don't have to worry if you want to update to a more recent version. Then you can just delete this bin and just override all the files. It's gonna be fine. Now that's for Thorium. There was a little bit of drama about 2-3 months ago where Thorium would kind of disappeared for a long time, And that was mainly because the guy was in the hospital, and while he was in the hospital, a lot of drama just popped out of nowhere. It got popularized by Crystalius Tech, which he started the best browser video, and then another video a bit later uh, about some not safe for work pictures that were in the source code and views the developer was thought to had, but mainly all the views were a hoax, and he apologized about the picture and everything. It was a decent, really good apology, and I trust him. And turns out Chris does too, because he's back on Thorium too. I don't know. I always find myself going back to Chromium. I've been on LibraWolf and hardened Firefox and for a while before, and I always come back to Chromium. It just seems to work better. Now, there's one other browser that I want to talk about, and you won't be able to use it right now, and that's the browser I'm using right now. It's Arc. Now, Arc, if you go on isarconwindowsyet.com, you'll see how many beta testers there are, and you can join the waitlist here. It's pretty easy. You just enter your email. Now it's in beta, right? So there's a lot of things that are missing. They're still working on memory, CPU, performance, stability improvements. But that's really great. I'm pretty eager to see what they'll cook up in terms of speed compared to Thorium. But right now, Thorium is way faster than Arc and then LibraWolf and other. Let me show you how fast our Thorium is. It's so fast. Just boop. And here, you see, I kind of needed to wait a second or two, and it's a bit annoying. Now, the main disadvantage right now is that one, it's in beta. You're gonna find a lot of bugs. And the two, right now, I can't open PDFs and I can't drag files into the browser. So if I'd be a PNG to JPEG here, you see, usually it's like drop your files. I can't drop files in the browser yet. It's gonna be fixed. I always need to click this little cute upload file thing. Now that's one thing to consider. That's one thing I don't like about Arc right now. But why? What is Arc? Why I use it? Mainly it's because it's the productivity browser. I just see you can have multiple spaces, multiple profiles. So here you'd have today's tab. So tomorrow these tabs will all go in archives here. They won't be deleted. And you've got the pinned tabs. And you've got the kind of, I call them the super pinned tabs. Because when you create a new space, they stay there. But when you create a new profile, and in a new profile, you have your own history, your own settings. You can make different profiles. In different profiles, the pin is not there. And it's really great. I love it. You can, once you learn the shortcuts, it's pretty great to switch space, to open the command bar, to open the last window that was opened. It's, of course you can do that in other browsers too, but it just seems so more productive and clean, and I love it. Now, there's the sync one, so you can sync it on Mac, on everything. It's mainly a browser that was made in Mac, in Mac OS and iOS. So in iOS, there's Arc Search, it's called. And you really have more features if you're on Mac. You'll have AI features, you'll have a lot more features. And it's not the same, but it's still something. They're gonna come eventually. They're working on it. But so far, I'm impressed. I like it. But that's why I use it. I use Thorium when I need to view PDFs. That's mainly it. Okay, let me talk about Android. So, there was a browser on Android that was really great. It was called Bromite and was a Chromium fork with privacy, ad blocking, a lot of features that were not in the default Chrome one. It was the Bromite web view. And starting from version 108, development stopped and everyone was very sad. And I tried to download it on my. I didn't even know development stopped. I tried to download it on my new phone and it kept crashing. So that's how I discovered Chromite, which is a Bromite fork that is updated very, very frequently. As you can see, it's already on the latest version of Chromium. And yeah, that's basically the only browser you want on Android. You don't really have other good choices. There is Kiwi browser. The only good thing about Kiwi browser is that you can add extensions, and that's the only browser that allows you to add Chrome extensions on Android. Else, it's really slow. But this is a really private, secure, updated browser that's got an ad blocker that unfortunately does not have a web view yet. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It doesn't have a web view, so I need to use another web view, which is called Mulch Web View Overlay. Mulch System Web View. It's made by Divest OS, which is a custom Android OS, and it comes pre-installed when you install that custom OS. But we don't want to install Divest OS. We just want their good with system web view that is updated very frequently compared to the normal Android system web view, and that's way more secure. Now this little repo that you can search online, Mulch Web View Overlay, will give you steps on how to install Mulch, though you will need to root your phone. So if you don't have a rooted phone, sorry, but you just have to deal with the Android normal system web view. It's really updated. I mean, last update was 10 days ago, like 13 days ago. And it's on the latest version of Chromium. It's updated pretty frequently, so you won't have to worry about that. And you'll have to update it via F-Droid, which is a great alternative to the Play Store. Now, for iOS users, I don't know. Try Arc Search, but no idea. I've never used an Apple product in my life. And I won't. Now, for extensions, I'm done with browsers. But I'll talk about a little bit about extensions and ones I recommend, ones I use. The first thing you want to do, if it's not pre-installed on your browser when you install your browser, is to use and install uBlock Origin. It's the best ad blocker, and good on the memory, on the CPU. And it just makes the internet usable. The internet is not usable without an ad blocker anymore. It's insane how you just get an ad every second. Some say YouTube starts to block it, but you kind of need to... Oh, here, I'll show you. If you see a block by YouTube, you need to go on the filter list here. And you need to clear the filter list. How you do that? You need to manage extension. You kind of need to remove the extension and add it back again. There was a button to clear the list or update it. Kind of disappeared on me right now. I'm not really sure about that. Oh, yeah. Reset to default settings. And then you update now. Well, I'll try to do it right now. See? So it updates all the lists. And it should work now if YouTube blocked it. But yeah, the internet is not usable without an ad blocker anymore. It's a shame. And it's the best one. So get it. After that, I use sponsor block. That just keeps all sponsor segments in a YouTube video. I use fast forward. It skips every ad fly or sites that make you wait, or that have a like CAPTCHA and then you need to wait 30 seconds, do the CAPTCHA, and it's a pain. So it just saves a lot of time. So I use that. I use this, and it is video speed controller, which I really love. For example, here, I'll show you my settings. So when I press P on any video, it puts it at 2.3 speed. And if I press these, it brings it up by 0.1, brings it down by 0.1. It's really great because sometimes the YouTuber is speaking really slow, sometimes he's speaking really fast. And my default speed is about 2.3. I need to get the content in as fast as possible. And if I need to understand it, of course. Now that's the good thing about profiles. Here you can see that I have the extension in my profile, but when I create another profile on Arc, I don't have any extensions. That's awesome. Anyways. Unhook allows you to remove things on YouTube, on the YouTube interface. So you can hide comments, you can hide live chat, likes, shorts, a lot of things. It helps me remove distractions and things I don't use, so I don't start clicking on videos when I need to work instead. It saves me a lot of time, a lot of wasted time. The arrow achieves the same goal. It gives you a non-clickbaity title and a non-clickbaity thumbnail that's in the video. So here you'd see that it's all clickbait, it's all optimized comments, optimized video titles, so you can click it. They're trying to make you click, and with the arrow, you can see that you can see what the video is really about and what you have more of an idea of what you will expect. So here, for example, Cooler Master makes gaming PCs now, And here it's comparing a Cooler Master gaming PC review sample to a one bought at retail. I find it way more boring. I would not click on this, but I would probably click on that one. So it makes me click less on videos. That's why I like it. I save more time. Each time I save more time, I'm happy. Happy times. Okay, the other extensions I use. Honey. You probably know of Honey, but it just finds coupons online, so you save money when buying something. Google Translate, my VPN, anti-rickroll. That's pretty straightforward. I use Internet Download Manager because it just speeds up my downloads. And this is my password manager extension to fill out my passwords in my browser. Else there's one more that I really like. It is TWP. Yes. And TWP translate web pages. It's way better than the Google Translate extension because it translates the page, the whole page. So here, for example, if I do that, then the Google extension is just gonna bring me to Google Translate. But TWP is great because it's gonna translate it on the page. So I can't use it on Arc because I can't drag folders in. I hate this. I'm really eager that they fix this as soon as possible because I want to use this. That's pretty much it for extensions. That's it for browsers. Hope you guys enjoyed it and got some value from that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.